Alright, I'm live, and I'm going to be playing The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Um, yeah. And just a bit of a heads up regarding um, the next 6 days after tonight. Uh, let's see. I will be at work, but if I do any streams before I go to work, they will have to be done by 10 a.m. Or no later than that because, um, yeah, because I do got to go to work um, by then. Now, um, I'll see what I can do. No promises on me streaming within the next 6 days. Like, look, I'll stream when I can, and whatnot. And I'm saying this in case anyone's watching this as a VOD later tonight. Okay, so I'll share something real quick. So I recently started volunteering at the airport. These were extra hours that were opening up. That job did not end up being a good fit for me. So I simply asked, hey, after today, can I withdraw from any further shifts after today? And essentially um, the one that was pretty much leading me into the airport job, walked me through it, all that. She said that was perfectly fine. You know, you know, she said no worries. Pretty much like that. So it's essentially, there was no, um, it wasn't like I had a negative experience. It's just that I did not anticipate it to be a bit more physically demanding than I anticipated, and uh, but other than that, I just was not happy with how things were like managed over there. And what the fuck is going on with my stream? Okay, it looks like it's doing fine now. So yeah, it was just a matter of it just wasn't a good fit for me. And I was also frustrated with how often congested the kitchen was because I was supposed to, put stuff away, in one of the coolers, and trying to get through the kitchen just to get to the coolers. It was a fucking headache a lot of the time, and I got tired of it. And yeah, sure, I said, hey, excuse me, coming through, no problem. It's just that when I'm trying to put shit away in a manner that, like, hey, I want to get moving, it's just having to get through that had been a headache. But what really kind of made me more frustrated was that the manager that was over there wasn't there half the time. Now, again, no hard feelings when he was busy. It's when he was out somewhere without any further notice when I'm trying to ask for further instructions, because honestly, there were times I did not know what the fuck I was supposed to do. So, um, and some of this happened again today, and that's when I asked, like, okay, look, I don't think this is a good fit for me, you know. So yeah, that's what happened. And look, I know there are people who work at the airport that are probably, happy to work there, fortunate to work there. and they probably are best fit to work at the airport. For me, it just isn't. It just isn't a fit for me, you know. And I honestly think if it had I stuck to it, and let's say, I'm asked to come in, I had a feeling this was a full-time job, and I'm like, I don't think I could do full-time with an airport job. If I'm being honest with myself, I mean, I think what kind of worried me the most was the holiday season, because I know the airport is fucking hell. I would say it's a nightmare. I would imagine how much of a nightmare it is to work at the airport, and I just no thank you. Um and yeah, and honestly, I was having a bit of a I was actually having a bit of a slight anxiety attack at work, and that's kind of what led me to think, like, okay, this ain't working. Like, I'm trying to figure out what to fucking do next, and here I am just pacing around, and I'm like, this is not a fit for me, you know. Uh, and I honestly don't have this anxiety issue, working at the ballpark. So yeah, yeah, like I said, it yeah. So yeah. Now, yes, the downside is that, had I stuck to it, I would have had a job secured, during the off season, most likely. But yeah, I just had a feeling they probably would have wanted me during the 9 to 6 hours, and I'm like, yeah, that's another thing. I'm not much of a morning person. And I mean, because I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't feeling good yesterday, and I wasn't feeling good today. Yesterday because of muscle aches, and earlier today was just, man, my stomach was irritable. So I just knew this was physically, um. So yeah, for my physical well-being, I just felt like this wasn't the job for me. I tried, that's kind of the part uh I can at least show gratitude that I tried. I had the opportunity to, you know, volunteer for a bit, and I tried it, just didn't work out. So, but I don't think the airport is going to be the kind of place I don't think working at the airport is something I'm ever going to consider. So, okay, enough of me bringing up work stuff. Time for me to just gonna go ahead and get started on Majora's Mask. Yeah, this is my favorite Zelda game. And yeah, here's the thing. I will 100% this, but I will take my time getting through what is it? Like certain parts of the game. Like, I am actually going to use I'm not going to use a walkthrough this time. I'm actually going to try to remember what to do and whatnot. Yeah. And actually use the Bomber's Notebook for once, like, instead of just using a guide and all that shit. So, hold on. Man, it is muggy as fuck out today. It was pretty hot today, so no kidding. But yeah, here we go. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Yeah, and this still remains my favorite Nintendo 64 game. Oh, great. I guess I'm looking at my TV and it looks like I might have caused a little bit of a burn-in on some areas. Oh well. I'm planning on getting a new TV and all that shit sometime next year or so. And you know, I'm gonna be honest about games in 2000. I do love Deus Ex, and I will say this and Deus Ex do make it tough for me to pick which game I like more. But I know this is gonna sound pretty typical of me to say this. I'm still rolling with Majora's Mask as my favorite of 2000. Like, I do prefer this over Deus Ex, even though I think Deus Ex is a remarkable achievement of a video game. Especially for PC gaming. Like, make no mistake, the praises Deus Ex gets is well deserved. And honestly, the game, holy shit, was ahead of its time. But Majora's Mask to me, carries universality regarding its thematic content, and that, of course, being the theme of death. And, oh yeah. Okay, when was the last time I played this sumbitch? 2022. Right. 2022. Or maybe it was... Wait, what's this here? What do we got here? Or maybe it was last year. What was it? Give me a minute. Did I finish this last year as well, or... Oh, I guess I did. Huh. Fuck. Huh. Okay, I stand corrected. Sometime last year. But anyway. Oh, shit. Sorry about that. Oh, wrong remote. And by the way, uh, I'll wait till after this opening cutscene. Oh, okay. I didn't know I could use that one. Okay. Hmm? Okay, honestly, for starters, I'm just gonna, what is it? Actually, wait, what's going on? What's my mic like? Okay, my mic's all good. Okay, let me see if turning this down. I don't know if I could be heard very well with the. Shit, I got the wrong remote again. That's what happens when the remotes look identical. Okay, so anyway, first off, I'm gonna see if I can find a way to stream both on YouTube and Twitch. I think I'm kind of getting tired of streaming just on Twitch. It's like, truth of the matter is, and look, this is not anyone's fault or anything. This is no one's fault or anything. It's just no one's coming to my streams. And look, I understand people got schedules, perfectly fine. And granted, I'm gonna hold myself accountable for not being as like open and whatnot, but look, I don't use social media all that much. It's just because I don't feel like plugging my streams on Twitter or fucking Blue Sky. I just don't think it's worth it. And granted, my schedule, when I stream tends to be irregular, so I just stream whenever the fuck I have time. So there's that. But I don't know. It's just. But sorry. I did not sleep very well last night, so that's why I'm just kind of I feel fatigued as fuck at the moment. But it's also muggy in here, so there's that too. So I think maybe for a better reach out there, I will see if I can do both YouTube and Twitch. I I, I heard Restream is a way to do it. I just don't know if it's like free to do. That's what gets me. Let me double check that real quick. Yeah. So Restream does have a price to it, but how much? Because that's another thing. That's a fucking which reminds me, I need to unsubscribe from um what you call it? Restream branding. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Okay, 2 channels, which fine. What is this? Recording storage. What the fuck? Okay. Restream branding. What the fuck does that look like? Oh, I see. I see. That's what's gonna do. Multi streaming for free. Yeah, because I don't feel like. Okay. Okay, so oh, if I use OBS instead of Streamlabs or whatever the fuck, then yeah, actually that could work. I'll see. I'll see what to do there. Um yeah, cuz look, my viewership on Twitch hasn't been that great this year. And again, my schedule plays a part in that, but it's also just because I don't know. And it's also what's been going on with what was it? It's also what's been going on with give me a minute. When was that? Yeah, I still haven't forgotten about last year when Emery was sexually assaulted at TwitchCon, and yet her assistant that defended her got fucking booted, and yet I spoke out and say, hey, you're gonna take safety at concerts, and they fucking gave me a timeout. And also, this was around the same time where Hassan Piker supposedly shocked his dog with a shock collar. So when I posted a dog emoji, they actually removed my fucking comment. And I got a timeout just for criticizing their fucking safety, and it's like, are you fucking serious? It was actually the very reason why I think at the time I didn't stream very much on Twitch for like for quite a while. So yeah, I have not been too eager to stream on Twitch as much as I used to, and it's just like, so yeah. And why there are people that are still streaming on Twitch, I mean, especially some VAs, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna play until the end of the first initial 3-day cycle. Oh, wait a fucking minute. Okay. That's 4. Wow, what a bitch. Where the hell is that other kid at? Where's this little shit think he's going? What the hell was that about? Think that guard's gonna save his ass? Okay, now my code should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, what? Five, 2, 1, 4, 3. Okay. Yeah, I'm just skipping through dialogue because I've already went through this shit before. I mean, I played it before, so... Sorry. Okay, now that Ocarina of Time's getting a Switch 2 remake, yeah. It's probably going to be, how I put this, it's probably going to be a matter of time until people start asking for a remake of this for the Switch 2. I would not be opposed to it. But hopefully it's the definitive remake if that's the case. But hey, you know, it really depends on that Ocarina of Time remake. The second remake. And hey, now that Nintendo's making a remake of Ocarina of Time, okay, Capcom, I'm not opposed to a second remake of Resident Evil 1 that follows in line with the remakes of 2, 3, and 4, if you catch my drift. Although I still think the remake of the first game is still, like, one of the best damn remakes I've ever played. That is a genuinely superior remake. Like, when I say superior remake, it outshined the original Resident Evil in so many ways. Now, granted, I'm going to make the argument here that the original Resident Evil still has some value to it. I actually think it's the easier of the two versions. So I like to think if people want to ease into Resident Evil without the stress, I'd argue the original Resident Evil, I still arguably think is a worthy entry point. Now, that said, the remake, I think, is a fantastic fucking game. And yes, it is better than the original. Like, in every way. But I also think it's a little bit more stress-inducing than the original. Again, that's deliberate. I just think the original Resident Evil is more rewarding in the sense like, oh, you, like, here's the thing. I enjoy the hell out of the bad voice acting. And hey, when I get to those moments of bad voice acting, it's after I progress through the game. And honestly, it was the game that helped ease me into Resident Evil, believe it or not. Because I was actually having a hard time trying to get into it at first. And I have the original to thank, but Resident Evil 2 original, holy fucking shit did I love that game. Like, I was edge of my bed. I wouldn't say edge of my seat. I was on the edge of my bed, like, fucking invested in Resident Evil 2. Like, great game. I love the hell out of Resident Evil 2 Remake. But yeah, should this get a second remake, I'd say take out what didn't work with the 3DS remake and actually made the game scarier than both versions. I was gonna say because the moon looks terrifying in the 3DS remake. Yeah, kind of crazy to think that these notes in reverse are Surya's song. Like, do, 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 do. Yeah, when I first got through that, I was like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, that kind of freaked me out at first. Okay. Right. So yeah, I know I'm revisiting this game after playing it last year, whatever. Look, the only reason I'm doing it again is for the sake of this Zelda marathon I'm doing. Which now I've started on the what you call it, branching three or three. What is it? Three timeline branches part. So yeah. Anyway, um but yeah, look, I think I'm gonna change gears when it comes to where I'm gonna stream. And I think what I'm gonna do going forward is likely I'm gonna try to find a way to stream both on Twitch and YouTube. I can't fucking I can't fucking sit quietly um while I don't know, like I've been a bit critical about Twitch lately. Like what's going on? So yeah. Oh yeah, is yeah, and of course ass mid shit. My nickname for Asmongold. Of course he's unbanned on fucking Twitch. And that's another thing, like he clearly and that's another thing I don't like about Twitch. They don't they hold on. Yeah. And that's my other reason why I don't really feel like streaming on Twitch like solely anymore. It's like and here's my thing. When I started streaming solely on Twitch, I felt like, hey, maybe I can contribute to some good for the platform. And I don't know. I guess my content just isn't drawing people, or I don't know. So I just feel like when I stream on Twitch, it just feels, I don't know. It feels kind of pointless. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna try to find a way to do both YouTube and Twitch. I can't fucking just stick to Twitch any longer. You know? So I'm gonna try to do both. I gotta find a way to do that though. I just hope it's doable. But yeah. I've just been, I guess, disillusioned by Twitch lately. Like, ass mid shit would, he makes some fucking remark about immigrants, you know, encouraging them to get fucking shot, and yet he gets a 2-week fucking ban. And, for some time, women, female streamers fucking expose themselves and they only get like a fucking 1 week, 2-week ban or some shit. It's granted, that's unrelated, and granted, that's not that much of an ongoing issue, but that's kind of where I'm getting at. It's like, okay, female streamers plus the big names on Twitch, they only get like a fucking slap on the wrist. You know? So I have my I just have my reservations, or I don't know. I just have some bones to pick with Twitch. So yeah. So yeah. Anyway, I'll see what I can do. But I definitely am gonna look into trying to do both Twitch and YouTube. Yeah. I know. I've been kind of dwelling on this for a bit. But yeah. All right. So I'm gonna head off. I don't know what else to say. Like, I'm just. I don't know. Clearly, sorry. It's just I'm just kind of. I don't know. So yeah. So I'll see what I can do regarding Wind Waker. But if I do decide to stream tomorrow morning, it'll be Wind Waker. But I do have to head out at a certain point. So no promises regarding tomorrow, but hopefully Wind Waker tomorrow if I have the time. So yeah, later.